Sean was discussing that. Actually, look at this. We've got crashies and Ye tucked up in a pretty deep spot here. Ye going to take first contact, but effectively baiting for crashies here. Unnoted as of yet. That's certainly where my eyes go towards. Again, looking towards KRÜ to lean heavily on, obviously, keznit and NagZ to find similar success, find these opening duels and actually capitalize on them very, very quickly. KRÜ actually...
They're being herded.
Yeah.
Feels. crashies is still here. So that's the ace up the sleeve. And Ye can kind of be a little bit more aggressive, kind of put himself on the line a touch more. Reconfirms their intent, but loses his life for it. Kind of wide on that peek around there. Does give an option again to NagZ, who's been playing very well, and crashies now going to have to fall off that angle. Doesn't quite get as much as I'm sure he'd want to out of it, but Victor wants in, going to at least put himself onto its site. Now, they're not fully aware he's here, and that's going to probably be a huge problem. Spike down lost. You're going to see now a little bit of an issue beginning for KRÜ, because that wall is just keeping them divided.
Yeah, Spike fully in control of Envy here, so looking to try and reinforce it. keznit will actually fight Crash. Look at that, FSN swings round though. We'll find another one. keznit finally has to dismiss away though. 15 HP and Victor will
in all that mayhem, but we go again. Second bite at the cherry here. Oh, dearie me, crashies, you're a brave boy. Well, he will lose his life for it. Maybe not the ideal start. Ye did eventually get that punish, and I'm looking at Ye to be a big influence throughout this game. Again, his ability certainly noted in the last couple of months. Truly starting to look good. Lovely little 3K there for them. Again, this is, you know, Eco Cobra time.
Player standing.
So we don't get too excited yet. But Klaus, the last one alive, if he can cost him one more weapon, I'm not against it.
Certainly, I mean, looking at the
there we go.
Bulldog and two Spectres here remaining.
Oh,
it's actually creeping under this. I think he's completely unnoted. He's going to get behind.
Oh, he's
spotted out, Klaus. Take contact from elsewhere. Again, dealt with.
Have already once, but Envy's a different beast altogether. And Victor's off to a belting start. Lovely beginning there towards NagZ, and that's an issue. That's a rifle now. Depleted, as is Ye found Maz. So this is starting to look a bit worrying here. This is
Ye's got to.
And Ye's the one with the rifle. He got that lovely little upgrade for himself here, and he's got so much room to play with. He has just locked them in, and they're going to start closing that net. B-Long's also got pressure as well. You can see that they've pushed themselves up here, so they're giving them a tiny amount to play with. Delzik gets noted in towards middle and Envy. Haven't seen players ready for this. Delzik, though, does get the fair fight on this. They're willing to put their life on the line. Why not double face this? You got Spectres and they win the fight. This is beautiful from Envy. They looked shaky in their first game, hypoc. This looks like they've adjusted that.
Absolutely. Victor's still up here.
Oh, he's loving it.
Yet to be dealt with. Klaus will be the next victim. Victor actually going to try and satchel away, but keznit finally finds one in response.
Don't get throwy. There we go. Keep it nice and calm. Seen these rounds get a bit throwy in the past. Hopefully this is kept in check. There's some crashies. Oh, this is just not going nicely for keznit, is it? Nope. Crashies, gorgeous. Gorgeous work for Envy there. That is a light investment. There is a little bit of backing behind it, but Victor is not particularly backing down at all. And he's kept control here.
Well, this is to kind of strike fear in the early round. Ye again. Going to find an opener. NagZ actually going to trade that back out. Well, no, they can close this. Mazino actually going to find one elsewhere as well. So Envy will drop two.
That's rifle recovered as well. I'd say Ye's is a little trickier, being just slap bang in the middle of mid, but that one is right on the money. So now FNS, the timing's everything on this. The swing, 3 around the corner. This could be big or it could be an absolute mess. And Mazino finds it too. They're picking off these 1v1s. They're finding individual fights that aren't tradable.
FNS looking to prevent that exact thing from happening. The upgrade coming. Crashes once again.
Begins.
He's going to be spotted by the recon bomb, but he has to swing to avoid it. We'll find one. keznit in position to find the trade. The spike will come through. Marved eventually making his way this direction. He'll find himself in a 1v3.
It's a great wake-up call. KRÜ sending out a big message here if they can convert this round. However, the last two players do not have rifles out. Ult is there for NagZ.
NagZ he just swept the rifle away.
There we go, lovely. Both of them finding upgrades now. That's a big difference here. Bigger challenge for Marved. I don't know how much he can get out of this one. Up in Nest as well. Peekaboo, it's NagZ. On an island, but maybe happy with his holiday. Now, waiting for that swing. There. Oh, Mazino just straight Ferrari peeking Marved down. And now Ye has to do something here. Has to be important. That's not bad. 17 HP, though, is low. The other ult is popped.
Oh, no. Crashes caught Ye because he was so low HP. He was down to 15 HP, Lauren.
You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. KRÜ didn't need help this round. They were already on one. So now NagZ, Klaus keznit, Delzik, all sitting happy. Oh, that's
That's
to
a
the
shock
feet.
arm.
That could have been a rough one for NagZ, but he's still fine. And here we go. Victor's going to pop ult and away. Try and clear back of yellow. Actually catches NagZ. That's incredible. But there's still so many more layers to this, and KRÜ stabilized.
Yeah, you actually picking up this position on rafters. Actually going to find a fantastic headshot to keznit. The first blood once again in favor of Envy.
NagZ trying to walk forward. So he does have crashes on that corner. There it is. Lovely work from NagZ there, finding crashes after that contact. Looking at what's remaining.
It's doing it.
Marved, Yay, FNS and Victor. Still trying to hold towards the back of the site. And Patience now being toyed with, maybe seeing if they can offset that pace. See if they can catch Envy overstepping, potentially getting a little antsy. There's a lot of players here. They're keep pushing this, and Yay, brilliant connection from the back. What? Yay! It's way too early for that. 1 HP and he's still popping off, I believe, for a second. That's a 1v2.
Marv coming through here. Spike.
He's got a rifle.
Yeah, we're going to do, but whether or not NagZ and Maz will actually anticipate now with this internal clock ticking over, and they're pushing through to screens, Lauren.
But sometimes no information is still information. He can clear all this area pretty quickly. He knows no one slipped through this way, so this is still quite quick progress. But he still needs to find that first, and KRÜ dug it. First one! Success for Marved, and now the 1v1.
Mazino's got two
It looks like he's got a line up for it too. Marv knows he might be in a bit of trouble here. He knows it's a Viper he's up against. Mazino is just going to go for that time board. Up towards this!
Beautifully.
Everyone watching the game, kicking back. A little drink in hand at breakfast. Everyone's locked in for this because NagZ is on one. He saw Victor's aggression in those early couple of rounds and he's gone, all right, I'll see you there. Don't worry about it. But there's still Yay, always going to be a difference maker. Crashy's still kicking around, but Yay's still posted up quite aggressively. Now look how deep in response, though. KRÜ are happy to just peel that little further back.
Well, the back of Victor falling, this Viper's bit now should, I guess, quell any further aggression from KRÜ towards B, at least. Spike not committed. They're happy to sit for the time being. NagZ just looking for anything coming through, but Yay, again, that solo position. Pushed up towards Nest, and Delzik looks, I mean, aware of the possibility, but just holding for the time being. Spike drifting this way as well now. He's got a lot to deal with once again, Lauren.
It's all on Yay here. There's no one to back him up either. He gets one, falls away. Can at least sit towards the backside of that elbow. Knows there's more coming. Here's all these steps. He's calling for backup, but will he make it there in time? Ult now popped out. He's still locked in. Eyes trained, and he's in trouble. Klaus has got him for free. There's no one to try and dissuade this. crashies was back sight, but at this point, Spike's going down.
And the Viper's bit popped in response as well. The lockdown actually comes down pretty early on. Will create a little pocket in the corner of sight, but KRÜ happy to back away from this. Again, Mazino with 2 snake bites, so the possibility to deny any plant coming through during the lockdown. Envy now man disadvantage to fight back through.
This is going to need some real magic to come out. FNS looking for the first fight, doesn't find it either. Delzik happy to sit towards the backside of things. First fight won for Envy though, but it's all effective tradings. And now Marv's in a dire scenario. Good shot on one, but it's NagZ again waiting. The fact that Yay eventually was able to kind of even things out, but now we are on a little bit of a lighter bite. Still a rifle with Marved and some...
2 tags as well.
Yeah, but again, right back up on pretty much full HP. Yeah, lacking a little bit of armor, but mostly standing, and the first entry. So Marshall's out. Marved, of course, finding his opposite number there. Back to a 4v4.
That's a big kill, actually. Does have the res, so look for KRÜ to freeze for a moment. Yeah, I think Envy anticipate this as well. Not an awful lot to do to stop this one.
You will not kill my
We'll get 5 back on the feet. Actually, it's only FNS to hold down the fort on A site. See NagZ encroaching towards him, and KRÜ are drifting this way once again.
FNS, real crispy. There's still 4 alive. They got that res, they have the rifles, and now they're on the site. Bear in mind that Envy need to be kind of a little cheeky with it, find unorthodox ways, like Victor doing that. That's more than enough to get you a frag at this point. Now Spike is down, post-plant time. Marshall's on the retake, it's not easy, but Ye is making it look viable. Victor and FNS! These rounds, man, these like anti-ecos, kind of half buys, force buys, they're so dangerous right now.
Victor looking to overwhelm. Marved here to counter peek it, but Klaus will find the entry. Victor will trade it out, but keznit good. FNS actually swinging through on this as well. It's a 2 for 2.
That's impressive for FNS. He had to put his life on the line to do that, otherwise it was going to be ineffective, but mid was taken in the meantime. And that's where Mazino found all that room to punish those push-ups towards long. And it's put Ye in a very undesirable situation. But can they dance with the devil? Let's find out. Already Spike going to go down. What does he do with this? Up in hand?
Planted.
How are you going to dig any of these players out of position? I do not know. Trying to clear back through a mid. He knew that Mazino was around here at one point, but he's already fallen back towards the others. Sitting for that post plant, I'm sure. So again, Ye, I don't see any viable options here.
No, I think just a formality at this point, see if we can find anything, any freebies. Again, Mazino got that fail-safe, 2 snake bites still available for this. Yeah, you're going to opt to hold on to this for the time being, and KRÜ already anticipating that. Oh yeah, you find anything here, actually. He's going to hear all these audio cues. keznit the first. I expect him to hightail out of that. KRÜ don't want to give any more away. Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to risk losing that.
I can't do anything. Maybe I can get a trade, you know. But regardless, Victor now looking for a new approach. He's going to find mid. He's going to find delzik, and he's going to find 2. Klaus to follow, but an instantaneous trade. They can't find a clean trade out on this for Envy. Everything is looking good for KRÜ. Another spike plant comes in. NagZ's a little low, but look at this lurker from Mazino. He's still held that mid position, and yeah, he's had a terrible surprise. And this is looking like a problem for Envy. They are not finding ways in.
Actually, Mazino pops the Viper's bit as well.
Wow.
He's going to cut off all of this area here, forcing crashies to reconsider his approach. See, Marved actually behind this play. Tries to spam in. NagZ tucked behind the box on site, though. It's like Envy. Completely unaware of the possibility. Marv finds one, NagZ finds one of his own, and there, keznit.
First one to challenge towards middle. Frenzy's out, odds and ends, but Envy have won these rounds. I was about to say it,
What the hell?
He's found 2 out of nowhere. Now, FNS can play up through towards kitchen. It ain't perfect, but he's got the spot out. Now they're all lined up here. keznit, don't do him dirty like this. And Klaus pulling back on through. Ye is being a difference maker here. Klaus, though, he's still minding bodies. A 1v2, not going to happen. Marv, big deny. A back and forth affair, mostly won out by KRÜ throughout the actual buy rounds. Hunter's Fury. Pop down as well, and crashies does find delzik.
That's a big opener. Again, that's why, whilst KRÜ actually still set up in this default. Ye now. Mazino just slipping past on the rope. Actually, I think he's just spotted him, yeah. Mazino pinging it out here. He did spot a shoulder, a barrel, something.
Here.
There it is. But it was, Mazino was ready to trade that. If there was even a shot coming out, he was ready on it. Ye now forced to the back of the side with his plays in crashies. But Mazino again, these shots, man, these guys are so on it today. What have they had for breakfast? A 4v4 made advantageous now, but the trade instantaneous again. NagZ, he's on the other side of the map. The spike's on the way, and he's going to go deep here. He wants control. keznit tried to get that mid control, maybe deny the retake and maybe those readjustments, but not going to happen. NagZ is waiting, though. He is locking this one down. He's created enough space for that spike to make it to sight.
Hunter's Fury available as well, so if NagZ can find Ye here on spawn, it's huge, and actually Ye comes out on top of it. Klaus now in a 1v3. Ye pops a Blade Storm of his own. He's going to be spotted out here. Ye misses the first couple. Again, this is just buying time here for the rotation to come through. Spike gets tapped. Ye will find it. Envy will.
Great segment. Regardless, the teams are ready. We are jumping right back into this, and KRÜ's taking no breaks.
No, they're not at all. 2 of Envy fall off the rip. Victor and Ye down. Yeah, they will free threat. Actually, Marv will thread his way through up tube now, potentially catching Klaus, and this will make it interesting. Actually, if we can find this, nope. Klaus too sharp for him right now, so it comes down to FNS and crashies to try and recover this pistol round for Envy.
An opportunity for crashies. Keep in mind, a light armor
Player standing. Here.
and the sheriff,
Spike
but
down A.
NagZ doesn't know how to miss. So crashies, good luck, my friend. You have 5 to find. This would be something of legend. That's one.
Okay. Red alert here. He's actually spotted out 3 on the jump peak. Okay. Marv tried something a little cheeky. It didn't work.
Nah, it didn't. And the 5 stand, and look at the amount of space they've garnered. Even in the meantime, I love watching KRÜ, man. These boys have some flair. Now, Ye may try it on one. It doesn't matter. KRÜ are on it today. They're feeling themselves. That's a perfect start to still have that Viper in play.
Eldron didn't spot Mazino.
That's pretty big. Now, maybe they still clear it. Maybe they still take a little bit of a look. There it is. There's the second layer. I like that.
Yeah.
Really good plan there towards it. keznit is also here as well. Envy is still struggling to make that final. I don't know what to say about these guys. They're all just hitting these mad shots. FNS, the first one to be brave enough to take the step back in. He does find keznit. He's spotted out a second. Swarm grenade not going quite where he wanted, maybe for screens, but it should do somewhat of a job. crashies will get the spike down, and it's on Ye to be this backline. Be the thief in the night. Let's see how much damage he can get. None.
What?
0. Actually denied by NagZ. And now it's a 4v3, but look at the weaponry. It's still a little weaker here for KRÜ, so don't think it's an easy one yet. These rifles may be able to keep them at range.
First we'll find another though. NagZ quick with the trade. It comes down to 2. crashies and Victor now. Try and get something done here. Victor finds the first, the second, a little laboured. Klaus will respond, the shock darts. The only thing left to try and stop this coming through. The first will do a little bit of damage, but not enough. One away from the Hunter's Fury, though, so if you can get this, you might be able to deny. The crashies comes up huge with the Red Bull clutch. And wait for Ye in that lurk, but NagZ again. The start of this round open things up. FNS will fall. That's the spike noted very early on here.
Fight here. keznit just keeping territory. He's not particularly overly committed to this, but he's sticking around towards Nest for now. As Envy take their time. That's not bad. He's going to at least spot the spike there as well. That's a big bit of information to relay, and there's no trade yet. Ye did eventually find keznit, who was fighting up towards Nest. Klaus going to at least spot another, calls it out to NagZ, and he's going to find that.
This is third on the round. crashies again, tries to come in. Delzik in position to greet him. NagZ will find his 4th here. KRÜ.
You're not expecting too much out of this round, which is reasonable. Yay. Bladestorm comes on. Victor's the one to actually get the frag, but there's still life in him yet. And Victor actually still finding 2. This is not how it's meant to go.
Oh my
Get out of him, Marved. Okay. If this is the round you've got to win, then screw it. Just buy sheriffs, marshals, and odds and ends. We'll take those. And there it is again, crashies. The saving grace of Envy.
Look at that, NagZ straight away with the Bladestorm. Yeah, just gonna find, look at that, FNS gets completely swept in garage.
Well, public viewing to the execution there. FNS is just gonna go down now. Waiting to see if Delzik got a hint of that. I don't think he has. He has to respond to other problems. Ye now making progress. Marved are taking great territory towards middle, and Victor's making a problem of himself. Gonna just put his body on the line. He's still gonna do some damage towards keznit, and this is a big problem. Now Marved comes online. Great swing from middle. Marved punishing those rotations perfectly. But Mazino, he's been wild in these, but he can't be done this time. This is a KRÜ win.
They've just quadrupled their odds of winning this round.
For now, though, KRÜ are making a go of it. There it is again. keznit gonna find 1 untraded and uncontested. We did have Ye get that first pick as well, though, so that's still maybe the gateway they need to springboard into this. It's very hard to hold those long lines of sight, and FNS should be the safety net. Should, and is. A little laboured on the second and third. Love that, FNS. Let's go. Clean work, and therefore stay alive.
Both duelists for KRÜ. NagZ actually on the screen here. The operator, and it's going to be keznit again to open things up.
Every time he goes for that, he is finding success time and time again. Punishment constantly, and then...
I spotted him. What?
I don't know. I mean, FNS had full faith that it would have if he was
Tommy
there.
caught sleeping.
Yeah, Tommy's had a rough start today, right, mate? He needs his, you know, he'll get a Red Bull in him soon. 3 still stand for Envy, and the problem is these are barely deep into sights. These are just picks so deep on their first attempt towards A. Yay! Come on, dude. Okay, maybe there's still a bit of wiggle room. crashies starting his probe towards that B site. On the other side, Mazino would be waiting, who's been very solid at this, but easy to get overwhelmed here. Let's see how well he handles this. They had left towards that A site. That's a very good point. So they are going to be encroaching towards the site. Mazino going to pull himself around towards the back side of things. Spots the first and crashies takes his head. Big trade though for Klaus, who started to lean over this way even after that yay pick towards middle. Kez though starts leaning through. Ultimate comes in. Marved, that positioning. He has been such a thorn in the side now.
Beautiful work here from Envy to flip this back and bring it to a 2v2. Klaus and NagZ. Now forced to try and get something done here. See, Yay posted up though. Klaus gonna have a hard time crossing. Actually, time getting in up here. I think this is to allow NagZ to get into a position to contest Kitchen. I think that's where he's thinking Marved is playing here.
Remaining.
Yeah, textbook there.
And Victor carries on forward.
Keznit only with a Guardian here and get something done. Yay actually will find the opener. Keznit will be able to heal off the back of that, but Victor will charge him down. LATAM now left to try and do some damage on the way in, but no way he's going to be able to prevent this. And actually a very deep lockdown invested from FNS. That's to cut off basically everything towards Tube. This is really awkward. This is to force them to sight in the open line. I love this.
Yeah, that is actually really nice. It's given them some sort of access, but I don't seem to
Don't follow up on it.
Yeah, that's...
Look at Marved.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
That one information call, but they've got no one to punish that mid-rotation. Unless they're going to let Marv just off the leash for a while, pause.
Viper's Pit invested here behind screen.
True.
That could be the end goal for Envy here, Lauren.
That's pretty big if they go for it. Because for KRÜ, they've got to be going, oh, this feels weird.
I mean, if they give away another kill, again, KRÜ on lesser weaponry here. The Sheriff, Spectre.
FNS should win this. He doesn't.
What?
Mazino's somehow got himself in with a shot on that one. That's going to be a rifle upgrade too, I'm pretty sure. So there's problems galore now starting to build, and this Marved position, we were theory crafting what he could do with this, but he hasn't opted for the choice we thought. There it is now. There we go.
Now, KRÜ have to make their numbers count. crashies with the Hunter's Fury. He's playing deep all the way towards spawn here. The safety net for Envy in this round. Victor going to be taking first contact in front of 410. Keznit will fall. Mazino too.
NagZ and LATAM, the last two. LATAM connects a belter towards Marv, but Victor's still there. Still holding things on for Envy, who make it to 12. There it is, Victor, first man forward. Puts life on the line for it, but Yay has found NagZ. Oh, it's blind, and he still gets it. Yay is slicing them in half as well. Keznit did get the trade, but by now the damage is done. It's down to 2.
Planted.
LATAM and Keznit, the last two standing, and they're pushing CT. I love this aggression. Take that space. They have the numbers for favorable trades, but LATAM refusing to relent. A 1v2 presented is not easy, though. Post-plant against that ult in the hands of crashies too. He's going to have to do something almost unbelievable at this point. He knows he's in trouble. Taps
the
it.
Nano Swarm.
The Nano Swarm time just being drawn and drawn away. This is not looking good for LATAM. He knows it. He's trying to get through every piece of utility, and crashies to close down at 13-9. For now, KRÜ, not normally one to be dictated to when it comes to pace. We'll have to see how this works out. Again, highlighting a couple of things. That KJ setup was working wonders previously. See if it translates here. Envy, Tommy's been beefing up. He's happy. And Yay, and the rest of the boys taking fast mid control.
Have to force their way through here, actually. There's 3 members of KRÜ who are over to B site already. NagZ can find Victor on the way through, though. crashies good for the trade. crashies finds another one.
Yeah, crashies is just deep in CT, and KRÜ like, no, you're meant to be fighting us, but FNS holding that push back through crashies. What a sick round from this man. 2 big kills towards CT, spins around, catches the player on the stairs, and LATAM has been pinned in here. Yay's got his number. Yay, so I don't know what we were at. I don't know, man. You see Victor just full send. At this point, Marv, though, going to clean up towards Keznit as they do try and push out a little bit here. That probably, again, I think we've got our answer here.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do.
How do we feel?
Can we get a Sean Pov up on the screen? But
well, don't tempt production. They'll get all excited. Oh, can we do it? At this point, a little ambitious on the self pop flash around. Look, if it works, it works. It didn't that time. However, we've seen plenty of danger in these eco rounds. These anti-ecos have been scary for both sides, and it's been a bit weird. It's a little unorthodox, a little out of sorts, but only 3 remain. Now, how many tags have we done? I guess FNS is low enough to actually be potentially picked off by any of these weapons now. So that does become maybe a bit of a threat, but no, kept in check, at least for now, by Marved.
See NagZ and LATAM left to find something left on this, actually. Look at that, yay. Will fall, actually. So the classic, but Marved in position. And Envy will now drift into B main. Tommy will be called upon.
Mazino's in such a tough
spot. It's a big
here.
tag with the recon bolt.
That's lovely work coming out. Klaus really helping that out. Can at least dissuade that approach for now. Envy looking for another option.
Initially, it did draw this rotation. You see NagZ now heading back towards A. So originally, there were 3 players committed here. Envy about to walk right into the heavier side of the stack.
Hot flash comes out. Does well. Not well enough to swing on. keznit has to fall back from that. Now Tree's been somewhat given over, but there's the swing out. LATAM, great positioning, but the cubby is tricky to get more than one from, and they've actually drifted away. So pulled rotations, then going to go for the hit off the back. I think FNS took some space towards it. Mazino was towards site, on towards stairs. Yay now, catching rotations. 1, looks for a 2, not going to happen. LATAM, good spacing on this for KRÜ. Still able to keep themselves working back in. This is still doable. A 2v2.
You want to
Public
fight
divide as well. Actually, Crash is going to send a shock dart in. That's going
Crashy?
to do a lot of... What? NagZ just drifting ahead there.
Yeah. I'm surprised Crashy's got rewarded for that, honestly. Yeah. Like, he was just... Yeah, okay, if you're going to come into my crosshair, fair enough.
Well, I mean, that's it. Now with the Cosmic Divide going up, LATAM got to reconsider his approach, and now actually a considerable amount of time eaten away with just that engagement. Looking as if he's going to opt to try and hold on to this weapon. He will back away. So Marved and crashies. Will they catch on across? No, LATAM not even going to entertain it. So interesting there, but Envy pulling one way and the other. There's a term we have for that, right? Playing that perfect spot deep towards market.
NagZ was the only one with the rifle this round, so he has to be the influence in this, and he is already. NagZ going to find 2. Maybe kind of they were lured in, baited in by just hearing those pistols, those sheriffs going off, and Crashy shuts him down. Yeah, that was just for lunch, dinner, and hey, make it breakfast the next morning. Now a 3v3, but the problem is that rifle, I don't know how recoverable that would be for maybe keznit, if he could maybe siphon that away, he has. So at least there's something here. But again, little armor, already tagged up, damage. This should be Envy converting, but FNS starting to make his little bit of a look towards middle, finds him completely unawares. keznit did not expect that little slight aggression from FNS.
Klaus and LATAM forced to fight their way back in. Actually, Klaus will find an upgrade.
Spike planted.
LATAM looking to challenge crashies in B main. Hunter's Fury available, so again, a decent enough read from KRÜ, but crashies not happy about that one.
Do you think his mouse got stuck?
Yeah. Incoming tech pause.
NagZ though, this guy's still not afraid to take these aggressive peeks. I like what he's trying to do. I mean, on Icebox, it kind of looked pretty scary for a while, but it's... After that, Envy was still converting these rounds with 4 players, even down to 3 sometimes. So I'm waiting to see that next layer from KRÜ to be able to convert them. Now they have the player advantage.
NagZ will peel away. Yeah, Envy happy to sit tight for the time being again. I mean, their ability in previous rounds to pull these rotations. I think they're expecting maybe a peak from mid towards market, but... Yeah, Klaus actually posted with an Odin. I'm sure Mitch is smiling backstage. Big Klaus fan. Envy here. Yeah, he's just fishing for that utility, and it still goes off. The alarm bot will reveal their position. Actually, Mazino closes the door. They'll commit 2 to site here. NagZ actually going to pick up the slack with the operator. Again, Envy very cautious here. KRÜ not giving anything away though, Lauren.
No, I like this patience now being shown by KRÜ.
Oh.
Ooh, he's still committed. He still went through. Marved gets keznit, and now this is a problem. Jay's going to spot this cross. Knows that they're now leaning this way. Do they now re-aggress back towards B? Maybe a little bit of information, but this is late in the day. Any problems is now going to start going wrong. NagZ's going to find Ye, but look at Mazino's position. It's filthy. He's going to hold that cross. The site's his. KRÜ are finally on the board. NagZ again, still making deeper pushes, and I guess that is going to alleviate the rest of the players who are on 8. Ye though, swiftly making his way through. This is just, they found a space and they're exploiting it. Middle has been a problem to hold for KRÜ. Now again, short. This time LATAM, it works out well for him. Denies Victor, who's not really, as said, found much form yet on that Sky. Struggling a little. for half of the map is now basically as a no entry sign. We're looking towards B here. Pops the old Klaus. Oh dear. How are you going to dodge this? With ease, apparently. Klaus is just fine, but the KJ ult has come in as well.
It's way ahead of the beat, actually. Mazino pops this all the way in spawn. Only really cuts off the walkout from B main. And market. So invested. Almost as crowd control here, but no follow-up. No real territory gained off that. No. Like I said, it was way ahead of that execute, so...
30 seconds left.
Yeah, actually hopping up there.
Mazino just found FNS on the cross-in anyway, but Marv did remove Klaus from sight, but we know that there's still a player here. crashies goes, no, I won't get you on the first try. I'll come back around. Just hold on. I'll be back there in a second. He gets it. 3v2, NagZ and Delzik. Now, Delzik was noted earlier, but he's already towards CT, but Ye's got the cross. Now, this cross is harder anyway, but Ye's starting to warm up here. We're starting to see that El Diablo come online. It's a brave position. Can only be held for so long. Keep in mind, Mark is going to become a problem. He knows it. There is a tiny bit of time he gets to work in, and that's a shot and a half towards NagZ. And now the follow-up. Yeah, he's just showing off now. He's starting to feel himself. Starting to feel a little warmed up in this game. NagZ. Maybe off the back of that flash. Takes a little look. Spots one. There's a second. It's Ye. That's the next layer of the issue. You're going to watch one of these angles. Don't double down on Ye right now. Oh no, and Klaus, this could be lamb to the slaughter, or maybe just silencing everyone else. Klaus! Huge 3 kills, but the problem is, does this get converted again? We still see KRÜ clutching at these straws, and they get so close. But it's still 5-1, and it's still a 2v1.
Cosmic Divide available. Marved is down to 10 HP. crashies going to resort to sight. Marved playing a very cheeky spot here.
He kind of has to. One and done, 10 HP.
Yeah, exactly. I feel as if their KRÜ are going to be happy to throw bodies into finding that first blood.
Yeah, I still want them to stay clean in their anti-ecos, or I guess against a force buy here. You do have, I guess, a Shiko and a Marshall. Yeah, he does get tagged off this. crashies in the meantime did find Delzik. So again, progressing towards the site is the more important thing, the more imperative part of this, and crashies has done excellent at that. Yeah, even catching NagZ again on that, trying to re-aggress down middle. It's like, buddy, no. Do it. Mazino found towards deep side, and now Klaus, what, a 1v5? Nah, not gonna happen. Envy.
Stops any further aggression coming through, but Crash is doing a fantastic job so far, Lauren, of being the one to lead some of these pushes.
And look at it again, now they're looking elsewhere. The op's been noted towards one side. Ye quickly takes down Mazino, and now they're going to be looking towards the site. Can anything stop them? Delzik this time. He did it once before and got away with it twice. Not going to happen. High flash comes out. God. Victor, that's the sky we want to see in his hands. And now the last two. NagZ already got noted, and I think Klaus did as well at the start, so they kind of know where these players are. NagZ, though, does at least find crashies, but that was, you know, a little ambitious.
Look good coming around the corner, though. I think NagZ and Klaus, fairly obvious. I'm going to try and sit back here. FNS and Marved, actually, going to make their way through tiles and maybe see if they can catch them off here. Again, it would be big. This is the point with a round like this that you want to punish the economy. Envy stack on, I mean, a ridiculous amount. Yeah, been able to hold this operator, I think, since the second purchase here. A little bit of damage goes through. Victor goes for the wallbang. FNS will find one. Klaus, the last one remaining, will actually remove the operator.
I don't know what money's like. It should be okay. I thought it was a little lower day here. Now, maybe a bit of adjustment. Bear in mind that crashies and Marved had lots of success slowly working this, but the flash, Delzik could work on Marved. Popping the ult to follow, crashies has to do the dance. They both avoid most of it. They at least don't lose life, but 70 HP is what they get to walk away with.
Both will get healed up, though, by Victor. So that ultimate all but negated here. The thing is now they've burnt it, so FNS can actually lean back on his lockdown, should they choose to execute towards A here. It's looking like that might be the end goal. NagZ with that scope up in heaven. Here we go. Lockdown comes through. It's going to force KRÜ out here. Ye will actually find a kill. The Owl Drone will spot NagZ.
30 seconds.
Gotta get out of there.
It's so choreographed. It's so well done, Hypoc. All of this is so beautifully put together. Every piece considered. Flash on the way back through, but the ult's still in play, and Victor's still watching it. Good flash connection that time. Ye's going to keep himself safe. Response back and forth. Neither able to capitalize off the back of these flashes, as Victor will wait below. Has the dirty angle to play with. Swing from FNS if needed, and he goes up for it. Victor with a double. Making up for a slower start and a good attempt from Klaus, but another for Envy.
And again, the damage doesn't really matter.
Pull the trigger? No, just fine. He'll wait it out. We're forced into a bit of a corner now as well towards B main. Mazino, beautiful shot. Klaus did have his back as well, so a 2-for-1 trade, but there's Ye again. Punishing NagZ. Pound for pound, Ye has had his number, reading this over aggression and the willingness to fight and taming it almost instantly.
That is textbook jet death, honestly. Has excelled here on Ascent. keznit will have to try and flash through, will find a good connection. FNS will fall, but the Seekers will reveal exactly where keznit is playing. And actually, second note, you can see the ping come up on the minimap here, so Envy going to try and find this 2v1 quickly. Victor needs to be the one to lead the charge here.
Maybe just keeping themselves within trade range. Close flash, but he's going to be on the corner. The timing's awful. Ye gets cornered. Delzik, what an angle!
I'm going dark.
Yeah, made me laugh like Jimmy Carr. That's always going to go well. NagZ going to be forced away. Yeah, Victor this time checking on Delzik, who's been really good with these little angles, little ratty plays. Like, he's been finding bits of work for him, but not this time.
Well, they tried to work around him getting into wine in the previous round. I think it was noted, and Envy were just like, we don't want to mess with it. So it's good to see Envy just immediately address that and relinquish kind of that control.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Ooh, crashies, any info for it? A little. Just one.
Enough.
Just
enough to pop it.
Pops the ult. Now, Mazino's been tagged on that as well. Down to 45. He did have that jet by his side, so the op's still in play here. So don't get overly confident, crashies. You got some problems around that corner.
Well, similar situation now. The Hunter's Fury burned up. Mazino can actually sit on the lockdown as a retake tool. If Envy decide to end up on 8.
Oh, but this could be such a misread. Klaus could call this, and they're going to sit here with some sort of conviction. Look at the mid control on the way back in, though.
They're through market.
So again, this is going to be such a weird round because, I guess, conflicting assignments, right? So they've taken what they need. B's going to be theirs. The retake's going to be a bit weird.
Left.
Now, again, we look at middle. This now swings. The pendulum goes the other way around. You've got to look towards, who would that be? Victor, I guess, sitting on the other side of this. Has to find this frag. NagZ checks it, but not well enough. Victor will be the victor in that. Flash to follow. He knows there's more on shore. Klaus, though, that position was the one that could have been the curveball. Double flash doesn't come in. He's blind, but not blind. No, Victor! Unbelievable work from Victor. He wanted more. He was feeling himself. But Klaus will tame that. But now Klaus has 3 more to go through. Make it just 2. Klaus, how much more? 37 HP in a dream. And he's going to hear. He knows they're getting close. And they play it together.
NagZ's been trying. I mean, through all the faults of KRÜ, NagZ has been trying his heart out.
And just breaking hearts is Ye. Straight on the other side, just drags him down. Not going to have it. Falls deeper away, gives up the angle on short. KRÜ will get a little bit of territory, but at the loss of NagZ now.
Yeah. I think now KRÜ going to reconsider. Alarmbot will give this away. Still 2 players of Envy committed towards B. It'll be Marved and FNS to hold this down. keznit actually gets the better of Ye there. FNS going to be proactive here, will swing through. Delzik in position to greet him though.
Yeah, okay. This isn't bad. This is punishing Envy, maybe over-aggressing in some ways there. But Marv's still on site. Going to isolate one, there's too much follow.
Oh my God!
He lines him up and knocks him down. That's 2 big kills, and suddenly we go back into Envy having favor, and Klaus could not have seen a thing.
Again, it's eating up so much time. The flash is perfect, actually, from Victor.
Here he comes.
Even better.
Straight out flash, though. They both having to respect it to an extent. Victor does come out of it first, but is it? Yay!
It's Ye over the top. Of course.
Yay! It's so early. It's not even got +6. Yay! Stop! They've got families, dude. And now Ye just gonna carry on forward. Ye wants this over and done with. He wants them dead and buried. NagZ. Is he already thinking that NagZ might be here? Yeah, all right. Ye's on it today.
Okay.
Not bad. NagZ's still got some fire in him. 2v2. Oh, it's laboured.
Okay.
That's not going in the frag movie.
No.
30 seconds
I don't think we'll see that one in the post-game highlights, but NagZ will recover the spike here. FNS will tap it out.